Carl and Damon here from Games, Brains and Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short. They made what into a TV series. Episode 7 of Season 2, Rip Van Packle. That's not even clever. That's just shit. That's just putting Pack in anything. Written by Michael Moria. So, here we go then. Pack is at Cersei's using an amped-up scope to study planets in the hope of finding the pointy head one, as he believes his parents are there. What? We're doing it.
No.
But the point is, I was like, thank God, like we're back to this. Stick with this, stick with this, stick with this. So, Cilly and Sparrow come in, and Cilly's basically like, come on, Pat, come to my birthday party. But he refuses, having become obsessed with finding his parents. They leave, Cilly is sad, and Cersei heads off for a date. Okay, right. You damn show. You annoy the hell out of me, but you also annoy me because you give me hope.
Mm-hmm.
So this beginning, I went, oh my God, this is a great angle. Pack's obsession and becoming obsessed with finding his parents, and rightfully so, considering what it would mean to him and all that. We have a really interesting angle to kind of grow and go down here. I was intrigued and excited about this. And maybe I thought, okay, we'll do an obsession angle, but over the episode, he'll have to learn that maybe he has to let go. He has to learn to let go. By the end, we kind of get maybe an emotional scene where he learns, like, if I find my parents again, that would be great, but I can't forget the people that are here right now. Like that. All right? How stupid am I? How stupid am I?
Clearly very good, because I literally after about a minute I was like, nope, we're not doing this.
I
So,
know, I don't know where I got this from, man, but I got really excited that we were going to do like a big moment. Like it was going to be like, well, I'm going to use Futurama as an example, right? So you're watching Futurama for the first, and like for a while you're watching it and it's really, really funny and it's silly, but you don't really get layers of emotion. And then a certain episode will come along, a certain one, depending upon what it is. For me, it's always the episode where he finds out his brother gave his nephew his name. It's a
I love
beautiful
that.
episode, and it's a heavily
Yeah.
emotional episode. And for a lot of people, it's the episode with the dog. For others, it's Leela's parents when she discovers she's a mutant. Spoilers. All that sort of stuff. All of that. And other shows have it as well. You know,
Mm.
Simpsons has moments like that. If you're a Rick and Morty fan, Rick and Morty for me, it's when Morty buries, well, spoilers, buries himself and becomes traumatized by that event and all this stuff. BoJack Horseman and all that. We don't really get that in these old school shows that we watch. We didn't really have it in Viva Pinata. We had one strong episode of Donkey Kong Country near the end where they reflect on life in general and time, and it's like a clip show, but it's quite powerful and should have been the finale, not the penultimate episode. Should have been the finale, but nothing. And I desperately long for that. You know, I urge for it, particularly when we watch our other shows like Castlevania and all of that. I don't expect it, but it doesn't mean I don't hope for it. And I thought we were going to get it here. Man, I know I've got off on like a speech there, but I'm so fucking wrong. But on the flip side of that, why would you write Silly so selfish here? Now, the problem is it's how they write her, Damon. Instead of having her go, oh, Pat, you've been in here for days. We're worried about you. You know, we know you want to find your parents, but like you're becoming too obsessed. You're not eating properly. Come out, hang out. It's my birthday party. You'll have a good time. Just like take a break, that kind of thing. Instead, it's like, oh, Pat, come to my birthday party. What do you mean? It's my birthday. Oh, forget your parents. Like, that's what it comes across like. How
Yeah.
fucking bad? Dude, write better. Write better.
I think the problem is that, and over many shows, this is the only show that we've covered recently where there's been about 30 different writers, and it's so I don't get how you can make it a TV show with having, because you got 30 different ideas of more. I just don't see how it works.
It's because all they are is they're just it's all throwaway episodes. You don't have to think. All you need is an idea. A blue. We spark ideas all the time. Now take that spark, write it, and then the director and other people will shape that into Pac-Man, basically.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get into it, because Pac starts to fall asleep with the telescope, but wakes up when he sees a pointy head ship arriving. This is his chance. He goes up to meet it and ends up having to chase it into space, hoping to follow it to the planet. Unfortunately for him, he gets eaten by a space worm. Okay, I was like, all right, this I
Mm.
thought this looked pretty cool. And I thought, oh, and then because we see the clock go backwards, like time basically it's a time travel. It's like
Yeah,
it's an anomaly. He's traveling through time and space. Again, I was like, okay, we're probably not going to do what I want. Or I still thought we might because I thought, okay, he's going to travel in the future and see what happens when he didn't, what his obsession cost him, basically.
yeah,
I thought that was exciting again. And I like the space form look. I like the idea of it. I like the idea of exploring more space in the Pac-Man world. At the moment, this episode still had me. It's going to lose me in a bit.
yep.
So yeah, traveling through its body, Pac comes out the other end, which they don't tell us what that other end is. But I was like, Pac just came out of its arse.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's lost the pointy head ship, so he heads home. There he finds he's been transported 70 years into the future. Spiral and Silly are old. Betrayus rules Pac World and has turned everyone into a zombie in some way or another. So yeah, that's it. This is what we're doing. Betrayus rules now, turn them into zombies, and the running joke is, Spiral and Silly are old, and they're like, except Silly's like, Karate Krang, Grandma, and him speaks
Yeah,
like that. What is the? Oh man, my heart sunk. I was like, fuck, this is gonna be crap.
yep.
Pac's old friends have managed to stay unzombified as Silly sneaks them the unslimed food by pretending to be a ghost, and it is this scenario that sees them reunite with Pac. Let's just talk about the fact that Silly calls herself a grandmother. So she had children.
Hmm.
Huh. Okay. Stop making it weird.
Yep.
I'm gonna presume they have children like asexually, that kind of thing, right? Like it's
Yeah.
or they lay eggs or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, Celia's angry with him about leaving on her birthday 70 years ago, but ghosts now arrive and Pac deals with them easy enough. The actual problem is zombified police, because they can't hit them, forcing them to run. After talking about Betrayus' rule, Pac decides to intervene and races off to where Betrayus has given a speech to his zombified minions. Pac calls him out from the crowd and uses a berry to save Spiral and Silly, flying off, and Betrayus can't believe his eyes. Can't believe that Pac is back. Pac is back. Every time somebody says it in this episode, I start singing this stupid song. Okay, you know this is not real. You know this. There are so many fucking clues. The first is this. Oh, you left on my birthday 70 years. That specificness made me go, that's the last thing she said to him. I quickly clocked this was a dream.
Yeah.
But more importantly, why would Betrayer still be a ghost? If he rules Pacopolis, why would he not have got his body back?
That's what you presume, yeah.
No, I presume that's because Pac couldn't know or wouldn't be able to in his dream pitch Betrayus in any way but as a ghost. So that's
Mm.
immediately how he pitches him. So, well, to answer that, apparently now say Pac wonders why Betrayus is still a ghost or what happened to Tree of Life. It turns out Cersei apparently took care of it and somehow is still alive but even older, hiding in underground labs. So the aging thing here is a weird thing as well because that suggests they can die of old age. It just
Mm.
takes a lot longer.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the hobbits.
You well, there clearly are, yeah, hobbits like that, yes. But he's also angry that Pac left 70 years ago, but has been trying to find a cure to the slime food. It keeps failing, but Pac isn't happy because he won't be able to eat. Cilly and Spyro insist that they're coming to help Pac deal with Betrayus, much against his wishes, as rightfully so, because they're super slow, and that's the joke, folks. They're slow and old, and they get him
Yeah.
caught invading Betrayus' base. But Betrayus is actually happy to see him, having become born. There you go. There you go. If you want any clue what the hell this ghost real thinking is, he just
Yeah.
wants to friend. But he shows Pac he is a zombified Spiros, and he uses this to blackmail Pac into handing over his power berries. What the actual fuck? What is your deal with President Spiros? He's not your father, your friend. He's just a fucking president, an elected president. None of the other zombified people, you didn't care about them enough to hand over your power berries. But seeing zombified Spiros has made you go, oh, I will give up the one tool I can use to beat you.
Yep.
What is wrong with this yellow freak?
No idea. Just
Pac is caged up as Betrayus is safe in the knowledge that Pac will inevitably eat some of the slime food out his cell. So what he's done is he's caged him up and put slime food out there, knowing that he'll eventually get hungry enough to eat it. Why not in the cell with him? Why is it outside? Why are you always making things harder? But you know who can help? Silly and Spiral. And they use some of their old tricks and some new ones. And this is where we get Kung Fu Granny.
Yeah.
Oh, how hilarious is that, right? They access Betrayus' office, and inside they try to get Pac's power berries, but fail and are sent out. Happily, Pinky, who we did briefly see earlier on, and was quite happy to see Pac, she then steals the power berries and gives them to Silly, insisting that they get Pac out. There we go. They arrive just in time to save Pac before he gives in to his appetite. One power berry later, and one Cersei cure later as well, because at the same time as Pac defeats Betrayus and saves all the Pac wielders, Cersei's cure finally works. What a coincidence. Oh, it was all a dream, as he's woken up by Spiral and Silly, who have brought him some food. Oh my fucking god. I was honestly, you know what? You may surprise you folks, because obviously I get passionate in the videos, but this passion does actually exist when I'm watching stuff. I'm writing notes here, and I'm paying attention. I have to do this. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That's your ending. Not the easy ending. Easier ending of Pac waking up going, oh my God, that was a dream. Oh my God, that was terrifying. Oh. And then maybe he ain't got to say anything. He just looks at the telescope sadly, and he knocks it to the side, so it sort of swings around, and then he walks out. And the next time we see him, you pan to him with his friends at a party. And again, he ain't going to have any words, but you just see him hanging out with them. And through that, we know he said to himself, I need to go spend time with the people that are here, not the people that aren't. Instead, you have them bring him food because they felt sorry for him. I don't get it.
I mean, I don't get it either. It's a kids show for kids, and it gives out all the wrong messages again. And it's just what a potentially good episode was just an absolute waste again.
You know what? I get it, folks. They're writing for kids or younger audience, so I'm not going to get the deeper meaning that I particularly want. But this is writing for kids. This is what we've talked about in the past, and I stand by this statement. Kids are not fucking stupid. They can feel emotion. They can understand stuff. You write with value. You put it in there. You make something matter to them. You make them feel something. Confuse them. Make them question what they would do in that scenario. And you can try and say, well, no, this is friends supporting friends. But you do it in such a haphazard way. Say it then. If you don't show it, say it. Say it explicitly. Have them walk in with their food and saying, hey, we're here to support you. We know how important it is for you to find your parents. And as your friends, we're here to support you no matter what. Say it!
Yep.
It matters then. God, it's infuriating. Instead, it just feels like they just went, that'll do. That's an ending. And you know what? The concept wasn't bad. The dream idea is cool. But again, have more fun with that. Go wilder with that. Instead, all it was, Betrayus took over and people are zombies now. And then Pac wins. Is that it? Is that the extent of your imagination? I was very disappointed, David.
So was I. 100%.
There we go then, folks. Episode 7 of Season 2, Rip Van Packle. Stupid name as well. What's your thoughts on this one? Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does help us out. You can find us at gbhbl.com and across all social media platforms. And if you really want to give us a bit of extra support, please consider buying us a cup of coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you.